All right, I decided to do one final one. Now you're gonna see there's not a lot to these because I didn't flesh these out on my Discord. I have a mini story with them, but there's not much there. Um, yeah, let's go over the Navinauts. I made some changes to the team since, and this is literally the team. Aside from we're missing one. And I went over her, and there's one character here that's not on the Navinauts, and we'll get to her in the next slide. But everybody here is. Honor Bound's the leader. Her real name is Haiku Tume. She's a cyborg. She has a modified right arm that actually has a cannon on it instead of a hand. She wears pretty much techish outfit, and she has a tech like cape that helps her glide. She is the leader of the Navinauts. Navinauts, just so you know, is my answer to the Micronauts, but they're not small in stature. They're in a starship called the Zoom. They explore the various aspects of Mourn and the space around them. It's kind of cool. I dig that this team exists. I wish I had more time to flesh them out. I don't, sadly. But this is the last episode of the Cutting Room Floor. I made this into a 12-ish episode series. I hope you guys have enjoyed it. I'll get to the accolades and whatnot at the end. But let's continue. Honor has been with me for quite some time. A while back, right out of high school, my friends and I wanted to create a comic book company, and she was a member of a team and a character I created, and the only one that's followed me throughout all of that. And she's the only one I wanted to try to find something to do with, and I just haven't. I just haven't found a niche for her. And I said, okay, let's make her the leader of a team. Yeah, make her a leader of my answer to the Micronauts, because I missed Marvel's Micronauts. That was the Micronauts run that I grew up with. I literally had almost every single issue of it growing up. It was a fantastic series. It was really, really good. And I loved every issue I got in the mail. It was great. But I wanted a team, and I wanted it to, and you can't use Micronauts because it's Hasbro owned, and you might be seeing them get a movie soon, which is kind of cool, but not all the characters, because some of those characters remained with Marvel, believe it or not, and some did not, like Bug and Marionette and Commander Ran. They're all Marvel properties. It's kind of weird how it's going to advance in the future. We'll see. We'll see with them. But my Navinauts, they're explorers. They're kind of in the vein of Star Trek. I kind of mashed together Star Trek and Micronauts and said I want a team with unique individuals to just explore space. And Honor Bound's the leader of that group. Plutonium Lamb, who's an engine, what I call an engine. There's a tech world I have where there's different tech life forms. There's those that are combustion based, those that are steam based, and those that are digitized based. And that's it's a complete tech world. Plutonium Lamb's a newer character. She's actually literally looking for a home because she wanted to explore. She has a need to explore. She's the innocence of the group. And that's literally all the notes I have on her. Neon Reflex, who's kind of cool. He's not from the same world. He's actually from cyberspace. He's what I call a bit elf. I said there's more elves, and here's one of them. He has a tech shield and mace. He knows the ins and outs of space combat, both behind the gunner chair and in hand-to-hand combat. And again, he's from cyberspace. There's Snowball Twitch, who's a wig hair. She's got pure white hair with a mop of white hair on top. She has the ability to control ice. And I don't know why I said timid aspects floor. she's a timid she's the timid person on the team. I don't know, it says aspects floor. That's kind of weird. That appeared after I saved. Okay, cool. And lastly for the team, because you're missing someone, I've already gone over her. That was Valentine Blush. And the sixth member of the group is Nova Glory, who's an Octavarix, kind of like Bubblegum Acroyer. Only she's a lot different. She's, instead of pink energy, she's made up of dark energy, and she has negative energy blasts, which cause not only physical damage but can wear down somebody's emotions and whatnot. They really leave pretty. She doesn't like using them that much, so she's also trained in hand-to-hand combat, which she primarily does, but she will, in a pinch, if really needed, go in and blast somebody with her negative energy. And yeah, she's the final member of the group of Navinats that I really didn't have any time to flesh anything out for. The last character here is a character in her own right who would have gotten her own book, who's named Brimstone Exorcist. She's a demonic race called the Ifrit. She is an exorcist. Her main weapon is a pair of whips made of chains, and she can banish both demons and spirits. She's actually a ghost hunter, and she would have been paired up with a poltergeist and a vampire, which is kind of cool. Also in her book would have been the character Garlic Mononoke, which I don't have on here. And Garlic Mononoke would have been in here. But Garlic Mononoke is not a vampire. She's a literal bipedal bat-like race that eats fruit. They're fruit bats, basically. She's my answer to vampires and Manicula. And I don't have her on here. I wish it did, because she would have been a nice way to round things out. Yeah, but that is my final episode of Aspects of Mourn and the cutting room floor of my only two of these bonus episodes. I hope you guys have enjoyed this series as much as I have enjoyed bringing it to you. Unfortunately, this is the end. I will see you guys in the near future, and truly, thank you for watching this series.